Sometimes when we're asserting against behavior in our applications, we want to make sure that an exception or an error has been thrown. And sometimes when we do that, we also need to assert against the message that was actually returned. And PEST makes this really easy with the throws method. So let's say that we have a test that expects an exception. And all we're going to do for simplicity's sake is just throw an exception. An exception was thrown. Now, if we don't necessarily care what the exception was, if we just want to see that the exception was thrown, we can just say throws and then the name of the exception. Whoops. You probably saw that when I mistyped it. We need to make sure that we throw new exception. And there you go. It expects an exception. If we needed to be a little bit more specific, we could say exception was thrown. And this allows us to make an assertion against some part of the exception that was thrown. And there we go. It expects an exception. And then we're also making an assertion against the text. To verify that's actually working, we can just say verify something else, which is obviously not what's being thrown in that exception message, and run the test, and we'll see the failure there. And we can see that we failed asserting that exception message and exception was thrown contains verify something else.